Hey, Internet and Nintendo fans, welcome back to my game collection channel where I'm collecting N64 games. And if you've been watching the series, I've been without a shelf and the pile has been growing and growing. I've been buying games once a week. I finally got my Ikea shelves in and I've got them built. I got them off in the corner and I've got my games on display. I'll show it off after the 10th video. That way you guys can see how my display is set up. And in today's video, actually, we're gonna get into what's in this bag of stuff that I bought over the week. It's been really fun collecting, and I'm hoping to sell these in about 10 years. It's just a little investment, and these are games that I had back in the 90s that I actually enjoyed playing. And so it's great having this shelf and being able to put this stuff on. If you guys are looking to display your items, your games especially, you check out this channel, Discard. I've got a link up in the corner here with that eye. You can click that and see all the videos that I've got attached, and also in the description below if you want to go that route. So we're gonna get into what has been going on this week. Let me grab. I graduated actually pretty recently, a few months ago, in accounting, and I got some graduation money, and I spent that money on purchasing a Nintendo DS Lite. So this is like the newer Nintendo system, which is really cool. You can take it with you. The screen is really nice, very vivid. No problems with the visual aspects at all. Got the logo on the back here, and I just got the basic gray. I like the gray one. They got a lot of varieties. They got the speakers here in the back, and you can hear everything just fine. I've gotten a game for it, and here's the box. I put the box on display. Pretty cool. So just the most modern game system today, Nintendo Lite. I bought this at GameStop. And then they've got the more expensive ones that connect to the TV, and it's cool that they have the variants. Like they got an Animal Crossing one. They've got, I believe, a Super Mario one. So they got all these different variants that you can purchase. I don't know if I'll get into all of that, but just for now, I've got something more modern. So the first game I bought for my Nintendo Switch is Zelda Breath of the Wild. And I just realized the cover actually matches the puzzle that I've got. I'm thinking of getting a few more Nintendo Switch games and putting those up in my collection after I get through most of my N64 games. I also bought this Super Mario figurine. It's probably about 4 inches. This is a Luigi. They've got a series number here at the top corner with the number 2. Comes with this coin block. His arms move, his legs move, his head moves. Pretty cool. I never had anything like this when I was growing up. I'm going to keep them in the box. Just have them on display. I might buy just a few more pieces. Not looking to get a complete collection off of this. Just 1 or maybe 4 figurines and have them displayed as my collection grows. Because it's nice to put a little variety of other items on the shelves outside from the games. This Zelda book from the store, it's a manga. This is Twilight Princess. This is the first one out of the series. And the last episode, episode 3, where we showcased the 2 Mario Party games, I showed off the Ocarina of Time's Legendary Edition. Well, this is a series of, I believe, 8 books. It just follows along with the game. Not exactly the same storyline. Still really, really good to read. Very short series, which is nice. You know, you got manga like Dragon Ball and Tokyo Ghoul and all types of different mangas, and they're just a long series, 40 or 60 books, and they cost around 10 bucks each. My brother was really big into Naruto, my younger brother. He just kept buying them and buying them and buying them. He had a whole collection. It was cool. And then he got to the end, he fell out of it, and he ended up just selling them all off. I've got an Xbox, and I wanted some Xbox games for the 360, so I ended up just buying 3 for really good prices, $5 each. I got Gears of War 2, Mass Effect 2, and Fallout 3. So I'm gonna have a small little collection of games that I like for my 360. Some people, they're into the PlayStations. I didn't get into PlayStation until PlayStation 4. But before that, I was into Xbox. We've got so much more stuff in this bag. It's great. So I bought another series action figure. This is a Series 13 Piccolo Cape version. So you can see all the different characters up there. So Piccolo's in that top one version, Series 13. Series 14 is down there with Krillin and Gohan and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. Really cool to see Dragon Ball Z back on the shelf. So here's the Piccolo that I've got. I'm gonna keep him in the box. So my idea with this is the same as at Luigi. I'm just gonna buy a few characters that I like, and I'll probably resell these in less than 5 years, maybe 2 years. They're already going up on eBay in value. You can buy these for 20 bucks in the store, and then you wait some time and you double your money off eBay. I see them on there for 40 bucks. I like how they have the pictures here. So once I get a few, maybe I'll have like 15. I'd like to put them on the shelf like this, showing their image. Comes with a few different hands. These hands are interchangeable, and I like the one that's at the very top that points. You might not be able to see it, but it's pointing like this. You know, they used to teleport and they would touch their heads, and he had a special move, a special beam cannon, because they shoot out like these blasts of power in the cartoon. So he'd charge it up, and then he'd do a special beam cannon and shoot it. Really, really cool. Piccolo is a favorite for many people as well, and that's why I picked him up. So I'm trying to pick up characters that are quite common, actually. Let's get into today's game that I bought for the collection a few weeks ago. A very, very well-known classic, everybody's favorite shooting game, 007 Goldeneye. Goldeneye 007 came out as a movie in 1995. The game for the N64 came out in 1997. So when a movie creates a game, they're not going to do it 2 years later. They're going to do it immediately while it's still relevant. That's what makes GoldenEye, the game, special, because it revolutionized shooting games, first-person shooting games. I mean, prior to that, it was Doom was the big one, but GoldenEye, you know, you're in a spy situation, you've got a gun, first-person shooter. You didn't have the 2 joysticks, you just had the 1 joystick and some buttons you could push. You could aim, but it basically auto-aimed for you. You just pulled the trigger. All types of guns. So it was revolutionary for the time in 1997, and I got this in 1998. This is the game that I wanted for the N64. The reason why I ended up getting an N64 was because of this game. It was prior to Christmas. I was with my family at a Walmart, and they used to have these kiosks with the game systems locked away, and they'd have games in the system that you could play. And I went over and I started playing 007 GoldenEye, first time playing, and the level was the second level. No, I'm sorry. But you could play the first level, the facility. You're going in with AK-47s, you're shooting, you got your pistol, and just was having a great time just shooting up the place. And then my parents were off shopping, and then they came back, and I remember my dad's expression being like, whoa, this is pretty crazy. And my mom, her expression as well, just be like, they were familiar with the NES and Mario, but game systems were improving. They were 3D now, and we had an action game that was fun. This is a very nice box, and I tell people in conversations, hey, I have an N64 collection. If you've ever played the Nintendo 64, and I'll get a response like, oh yeah, classic game system. And I tell them, oh yeah, the prices are going up and it's hard to find these in the boxes. And then the conversation carries on with them saying, oh man, I bet Goldeneye goes for a lot of money. And no, it does not actually. It actually goes for around 50 bucks. And I've got a lot of the more expensive games off my list now. And it's nice because I'm able to purchase these games that I want for my collection, and they're less than $100. I paid about 50 to 60 for this title here. There's a lot of them on eBay. It was a top-selling game. But people aren't interested really in owning it, because if you own it and you play it, you understand that it's not standing the test of time anymore, in my opinion. It's still a classic game, one for owning, but I don't really see it going up in value like anything crazy like that. It did have not a requirement, but a feature to use the Rumble Pack, because back in those days, the Rumble Pack was new, and I believe for the PlayStation 2, it was integrated inside the controller, but for the N64, they had an attachment at the back of the controller, and you'd plug it in, and when you got shot, it would like rumble. So this title is by Rare. I've got a video in the description on the making of GoldenEye 007. Check that out. It's a bit of a longer video, but it's really interesting to see what the developers went through to develop this game, and it's by Rare. And to be honest, again, this box is a reproduced box. It's not the official Nintendo license box. Disappointing, but even the authentic ones from Nintendo are still around $50. So this is nice to have on display. We'll show you the cartridge. Here's the manual. It has a crease here at the top corner, bit of wear, a few folds. Look at this picture. Check that out. This one here. James Bond cartridge is actually not in the best condition. It's got some wear and tear on the top here where it says 007. It's got some toning on the image, some like blue ink on the black hair and on the gun. The cartridge itself is a little roughed up with debris. So this is gonna be a cartridge that I'm going to have to update. And that's what goes on when you collect games like these. You sometimes get a piece and you gotta update it later if you want a better looking product. That's today's video. Very fun. Thank you guys for watching. We'll have another video posted next week. Collecting more Nintendo will be on my 6th purchase. How exciting, guys. If you like this content, leave a like and subscribe. I want to thank everybody that's helped me with understanding how to check these products for authenticity. I do my best to try to buy legit Nintendo products. I've already messed up already in the beginning with some reproduced boxes. So I only have 2 more games that are in a reproduced box, and then the rest of them I've been much better at making sure they're authentic. As always, guys, keep collecting. I'll see you in the next video.